What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Traders Glow FX. Hey, listen, if you're new here, I have something special for you. First off, I'd like to say that I have created this new Telegram channel for people who cannot financially pay for a subscription monthly to actually get into this free Telegram group I just created for you guys. The only thing that you'll be able to get is live sessions. I won't post analysis, but if you want to trade live with me, that's cool. And if you want to post your analysis in that group as well, and just like add your friends into that group, that's cool. But if you want, to get like more one-on-one sessions with me, you want, analysis, and some other things, then you can definitely, for sure, just email me, tradersglowfx@gmail.com. Or if you get into that free Telegram group, you're able to message me there and I can lead you and assist you from there. Further on, let's get into it. I know people are struggling to trade nowadays. I know patience is something I still, struggle with. I know this, week I could have, taken some better trades. I was like down like 8%, and then all of a sudden I got it back up past 8%, and then I got back down to 2%. So it's like, this week has been a ride for me. So please, don't think I don't take losses. I for sure take losses, but I know how to keep them at a bare minimum. I make sure they don't get out of hand. GJ has been very interesting. I've been trading GJ lately. I have been losses and wins back and forth. One time I had a 100 pip move. The other time I had a 30 pip to 40 pip, I had a 4% loss on GJ. It's, a 10% gain in GJ. It's just like, it was fluctuating. So I'm learning about GJ, and gold brought me back up. Thank God. But I really want to, like, for beginning traders, for people who are like, hey, I don't understand trend. Now this is not for people who don't understand pips. This is not for people who don't understand MetaTrader 4. This is not for people who this is not what this video is about. This video is clearly about if you're struggling to become profitable as a trader, or at least have sustainability in trading. And it's really hard to define market structure and all that good stuff. This video is for you. So I'm gonna break the video down on how I view the markets. This is technical analysis. This is not fundamental. So I'm not going to be looking at news or anything like that. We can get into that with another video. I'm just going to make this as simple as possible for you guys. So there was a trade that I took on gold, and I can definitely, show you how I traded gold. But let me tell you how I usually look at the day to day. Okay. So I usually will start out with the week. Okay. Sometimes I start out with the week, not all the times, but I usually do. The reason why is because I'm trying to get a directional bias, what has been happening. Okay. So for example, you see that this is a bearish candle, right? But you also see that it engulfed the previous bullish candle. What is that telling you? It's telling you that we're probably more than likely still going to sell. We might have some type of pullback, a little bit into this range, and then it might head right back down to these lows. Who knows? But this bear candle is telling me that it's going down. So weekly is telling me it's going down, right? Go down to the daily. All right. What do you see? We trade what we see, right? We don't trade what we want to see. We trade what we see, period. Okay. We see nothing but bears in the market. Okay. This is nothing but bears in the market, guys. If you are trying to buy all this, unless you're trying to buy it at this support that is at right here, it's a different story. But if you're literally trying to buy this while it's super bearish, you're preparing yourself for failure because of the simple fact you're going against the trend. Okay. What we like to do is we like to stay with the trend. Okay. So now we go back down to the 4 hour. Now people like, Jonah, what's the best time frame to use? There is no such thing, the best time frame to use. It's all about preference. What are you willing to do? What time frame are you most comfortable at? Okay. So I go to the daily and the weekly. So for now, I'm looking for what? I'm looking for sales. All right. Now, since this is a 4 hour time frame, what do we see? We see that the market is bearish. Now, if you're a trend trader, if you like to trade within the trend, then you can necessarily just ride this trade. Okay. You can ride this trade every single time it hits the trend line. Okay. top, bottom, top, bottom, buys, sells, trend line. Probably gonna come up here, sell again down here. Okay, you can do that. I don't do that. The reason why I just made this trend line was for one purpose and one purpose only, was to tell me that there's a directional it's a directional market that the market is going, and that is selling. All right, so it's selling, it's bear market. Okay, the only time I will buy the Australian US dollar, this is a major area of high. So if the market came up, if it produced like maybe a double bottom or so, came up and did something like this, and then it retested this area and continue up, then yeah, I'll be looking for buys. But because that's not happening, I'm looking for nothing but sales. Okay, so what we do, we go to the 1 hour time frame. All right, now this is where it can get tricky, because some of you guys are like, oh, you know, well, on the 4 hours more clear, but the 1 hour is a little bit more messy. Guys, do not complicate this. Please do not complicate this. All right, 2 to 3 ways I trade, but let me give you one of the reasons. All right, I'll wait for a break, and a retest. I enter here, stop loss above structure, and I sell it back down. Okay, or I trade supply and demand levels. Market goes back down, right? Let's just say this is our supply area. All right, let's just say this is our whole supply area. Breaks through, comes back, touches in the zone of supply. All right, once I start seeing bears, I enter the market, put my stop loss above here, and I ride it down right back down here. Okay, or sometimes if I'm feeling aggressive, I would trap the market in its waves. Soon as it breaks through, it closes bearish. All right, I enter here and I put my stop loss right above there. So just make it simple, guys. You know, I don't trade the market maker strategy, although that is, you know, it is an effective way. The only thing about the market maker strategy is you're going to have to really be patient. You're really going to have to be patient, because some of these moves are going to be moving and you're just going to have to be patient. But with these breaks and retests, you're able to catch the wave. Okay, look at this. Look at this simple break. Okay, I just told you what I do. I either trade the breakout, the break and retest, or supply and demand. Okay, so if the market is ranging right here, all you have to do is wait for this break. Soon as the market breaks, you can go to replay mode. Watch this. All right, we're on a 1 hour time frame. Now, I like to enter on a 15 minute. Okay, so as soon as the market breaks, you don't want to enter there. The market closed bearish. Okay, now this closed with a rejection. You want to be careful. Now the market completely closed bearish. That's when I enter. Enter shorts. All right, where's my stop loss? Right above those highs. All right, this is a 23 pip stop loss. Why am I entering right here? All right, and why is my stop? Actually, let's make that 20 pip stop loss. Why is my stop right here? Because this is the last current candle's high. Okay, you could put it right here, but to be on the safe side, this is zone, it broke, and then you can put it right here in this area. This is the last current candle's high. Now, the next question is, where am I trading it to? Okay, now you can look at the 1 hour, the 4 hour, or the daily for your take profit levels. Okay, I tend to look at the 4 hour and the 1 hour for my long swings. I'm either swinging it to down here. This is take profit 1. All right, or I'm swinging it down to here. Now, some of you guys are like, why are you swinging it down this long? The reason why I'm swinging it down this long is because these are the lows, but these are the lows that the market created before pushing back up. So there's liquidity to the downside. Okay, there's liquidity that the market is probably coming to grab. All right, so your first TP would be a scalp. It'll be a 27 pip. Your long TP would be 86 pips. Okay, so I'm not sure on what really happens here, but let's see what happens. All right, take profit hit right there. You And guys, that's just one trade. That's a trade you didn't, that's the only trade that you had to take for the rest of the week, and you would have profited 86 pips. Okay, so here's one thing that you need to know as a beginner trader. You don't have to trade every day, number one. Number two, you don't have to catch every single trade. You don't have to trade 1,000 pairs, okay? If you want to trade multiple to 10 pairs to 15 pairs, if you're comfortable with that, stick to what you're comfortable with. However, the reason why you only see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs, and realistically only trade 2 right now, it's because of the simple fact I want to limit my mind of distraction. I want to focus on that 1 or 2 pairs that's going to continuously keep the same algorithm, the same, like it's really about like getting comfortable with one pair, so that way you can understand the flow of the market, not just so you could just trade one pair is going to help you out. No, you trade one pair so you can understand the pair, and that way you will start to understand how it moves, and it creates a probability of you winning a lot more. But this requires more patience, because sometimes what tends to happen is the market might slow down, and you may not be able to catch every trade. So when that happens, then I will move on to like, okay, GJ. All right, I'm like, okay, what's GJ doing, right? And then that's when we trade from there. So like I said, that's an 80 pip plus move with only a 20 pip stop loss. Guys, I mean, that's great. If you trade in a $100 account, that's $80. That's how I trade out. Risk management to me is different depending on your stop loss. Okay, so all right, so let's delete that. That's one example. Number two, let's check out this right here. Let's go back into time. Right here. All right, so and this is just on the 15-minute. We could go on a 1 hour and do it, but let's just go on a 15-minute right now. This is just a good example. You see that the market is in a downtrend, right? How do we know? Got this. Got this downward movement, right? But then you have this pullback right here. Okay, so sometimes the market would do this and then pull back. You might think it's buys, and then it'll break right back down. Okay, we call it a bearish flag. People say a bearish flag and a bullish flag are manipulation moves. They can be manipulated, but guys, don't believe everything what these people say. When people always say that, they don't understand how much it happens in the market, and you can make so much money. Look at this. Boom. What is that? A bearish flag. What happens? Pops right back up. You know how many pips that was? 150 something pips. So you can't tell me that the bearish flag and the bullish flag does not work. All right, so what do we see? We see a pump down. And what do we see? Bearish flag. All right, so expect the market to possibly come here and then come back down here. All right, so now it's not that easy. Back testing this, guys, is not easy. It's easy to back test it, but it's not easy to do it live. But that's why we back test it, so that way when it becomes live, we ingrain this patience in us, and then we're like, okay, I see what I see now, what I saw before. So let me make sure, even though it's not guaranteed it will happen, let me just stick to this plan. Okay, so this is the high, right, that it created. This is my supply and demand setup. So supply, I want it to do something like this. If this is structure right here and it comes down, I want it to come and tap back into this structure. Now I'll enter right here, or I'll enter right here, so it's a sell, and my stop loss grew up here. All right. All right. So most people will be chasing this move, right? Most people are like, oh, I got to get in this move. Guys, this is a 30 pip candle that just came out of nowhere. All right. Now this is Tokyo session, so I wouldn't be trading this, but this is a candle that just came out of nowhere, probably because of news, right? Australian news. Now, more than likely, this bad boy is going to pull back. It's going to have to, because usually when you see deep candles like this, it's going to pull back. All right. So look at that, pulling back already. People probably bought right here at this demand level, right? So this is a demand level, played perfectly for structure. Okay. Now we keep this level in mind because we might want to see the market to come and test this area again, and then to head right back down. Okay. Why? Because we're in a downtrending market. You could have entered there, but I wouldn't personally. All right. And if you want to be like really particular and marking it up, boom, hit into your supply level, right? You would have been 20 pips in profit, right? I mean, literally hit your supply level. And then it's just gone. So when it hits your supply level like that, that's when you want to say, okay, when that bear move starts to happen, when do you enter? When that bear move starts to happen. Stop loss is right above this area. That's 20 pips. You are now resting at 80 pips. 80 pips, guys. I missed this move. And guess what? I was so mad when I missed this move because I knew and I saw it. But because I was so focused on GJ, I was like, man. And GJ was not doing what AU do. And listen, this is why I love Australian dollar over GJ, because GJ does provide a lot of pips. That's why I really love GJ. When it comes to pips, I like GJ better than AU. But when it comes to Australian dollar, just in general, it moves so smooth. Okay. So that's my supply. That's my supply and demand setup. All right. I could show you on gold. I took this Friday. All right. Watch. Literally took this on Friday. Where are we? Let's identify the trend. We are in a bearish market. There's no need to buy. The only time I buy if I see something like this. If I see a big push up, and it has to like really come and cross this and boom. Or maybe a big push up like that, a retest down to this area. And then if I start seeing a big bullish momentum, then I'll enter. Just let it ride. Okay. But that was not my case. My case is I want to see a pull back. Okay. Sorry. Don't know. Okay. Oh, that's what I was doing. All right. Yeah. So you see this bear market. Now with gold, you know what gold does. It loves to come back. These areas have not been tested hardcore. So I wanted to come back. And I tell you what I've done with this trade. 15-minute candle came right there. All right. Start seeing bearish pressure. All right. You look on the 15-minute, what you see? This doji. Okay. Spinning, or you can call it a hammer. Okay. And usually that's a sign of reversal, especially if it's in a downward movement. Oh yeah, we're taking the trade. So I saw that come back. It's coming to test these highs again. All right. Boom. Once I saw this, and then I saw that. So realistically, you know, with replay mode, you know, I didn't get in down here. I got in right here. Now, I'm going to show you where I got in at. Literally right here. I shorted the market right here. Put my stop loss right here. And I carried it down here. Now, my initial take profit, I did take profit down there, but my initial take profit was right here. Why? Because this is the market when it pushed up, retest right here. My initial TP is right here. But you know, because gold just started playing around. And guys, that was I took, let me see, 55, and it got down. That was a 100 pip move, yeah. So it was a 100 pip move. All right. But then it started playing around in this area. So I took my profit at 40 pips. So that's all I just want to share with you guys. And as far as like just simple breaks, if you want to enter, this is aggressive. I stopped kind of like doing that too much, because sometimes if you do it aggressive, which I got stopped out right. I'll show you where I got stopped out at for doing that. I took this on Friday. Let me show you what I did. It was a good move, but sometimes if you just like, okay, I'm just going to take this bad boy, sometimes the market will respect this area, start rejecting it, and stop you out. That's why I don't do it all the time, but I'm gonna show you what I did with this trade. Crap. No. Got him right here. All right. Close bullish. All right. Put my stop loss right underneath that area. Where was I riding it up to? These highs. So I got it good in like 15 pips, and then this is what happened. Okay. So I got a good, like I said, 19, 20 pips. I was feeling good, and then all of a sudden that happened. And I was going to sell it back down like this because it closed back inside. I was going to sell it back down like that, back down to these lows. But I was looking at US 30 trade, and I got in that one instead. That did me good, but yeah, it would have hit TP if I would have got into some GJ sales. I was kind of mad that I didn't get in this one. Anyways, guys, I hope this video was really helpful. Those are I really do those 2 strategies, but those are the main strategies that I usually go by. I'm still on my trading journey. I'm not full-time yet, but I have improved a whole lot as a forex trader. Listen, once again, please go and just join the free Telegram group that's in the description link below, and you can join. You can add anybody, but if you will promote and if you spam in the chats, I will kick you out for sure. So yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and be aware there's a lot of news and I just want to let you guys know about that as well. So when it comes to news trading, we can get into another video. Be careful and be aware. All right.